our mind talks. Okay, let's start again. We all want something. Some things we know how to achieve. That's easy, no problem. Just go and get it. Some things we don't know how to achieve. That's a bit annoying. After a while of wanting something we don't know how to achieve, we get frustrated. Sometimes we even get angry with ourselves for not reaching it yet. We might become jealous of people who do get what they want. Maybe even the very same thing we want. And sometimes we even feel fear. Fear that we might never, ever reach and achieve what we want. The source of all this is another fear. A very basic fear. It's the fear of change. When we want something, that means we don't have it. And if we don't have it, something in us is not ready.
Not what?
It's not ready.
Ready.
Now, if something within us is not ready, something must change then. But the biggest fear of all humankind ever is the unknown. Some people think it's death, but that's because it's absolute unknown. No one ever came back from death until, oh yeah, it's actually fine. So we're very much scared of it. Now, I would like to ask you a question and see if anyone picked it up. Now, whoever heard me, don't answer. What is the constant, the only constant thing that happens all the time? No matter what you think, no matter what you believe, no matter what you do, before you were born, after you die, happens all the time. Any ideas? You? Oh, you're here all the time? Cool. Anyone else? Any idea? Change. The only permanent thing that happens at all times is change. We always change. Our thoughts change, our beliefs change, our actions change, everything changes. Now, if we're scared of the unknown, and change happens all the time, that means that we always move into the unknown, and that means that we live in constant fear our entire life, even without realizing it. Not a very pleasant idea, is it? I didn't like it. Oh. Now, you remember what you want? Now pick an area. It doesn't have to be something that you want, but pick an area. But pick an area that is important for you. Something that is a part of your life. Something that you touch, observe, chose as a part of your life. Now, if you don't play the piano like Frank here, don't think of playing the piano. Think of what you touch as a part of your life. Now, I would like you just to answer within yourself a couple of questions. Do you know more about this area more than you did 10 years ago? Just say aye for me, so I can know.
Yes.
Okay, so do you know how to act and what to do better than you did 10 years ago? Okay, good. And that means you improve with time then. Improve with time. But if we know that the only permanent thing is change, so that is the only thing that we know for certain that was there every second of our lives, that means that change is good. It's actually got us better. So why are we so afraid of it? Change is actually making us good at all times. There's absolutely no point of fear in the unknown. Now, there's one more problem with the mind. And it's on the other side of fear. And that happens when we actually, when everything goes good with time. When we improve, when things go right for us. We start to expect certain things. We start thinking how it will be when we finally get there. Now, when we improve, we tend to look ahead and wish that person that we will once be make us happier, make us joyful, make us anything that we wish, free. Did you ever think that once I will get there, it will be fine. Once I will do it, it will be perfect. We keep on expecting. The thing is that when we tend to look at the expectations, we stop moving. Because if we don't see ourselves becoming better, when we don't see ourselves happier, we think we're going on the wrong way. And we stop moving. It's just another way of the mind to handle the struggle. It's two ways for the mind to handle. One is to fear, so you won't move. He doesn't know how to guide you, so he tells you, stay here. And the other is just making expectations, another trick to keep in the spot. So how do we get where we want while still wanting it? Make peace. Make peace with who you are right now. Make peace with not having it right now. Seriously, think of what you want. Remember at the beginning? Think of what you want. Now imagine yourself not ever reaching it. And it is possible. Sorry guys, it's possible. Imagine yourself not ever reaching it. And make peace with it. Learn to love yourself as who you are right now. Not when you're gonna get there, but right now. I'll give you an example, it's easy. Who has errands to do?
What?
Errands. Go to the bank, go to school, go to work, pick up the kids. I don't have to. Do you have errands? Yeah, everyone does. Every a week or two we have a day full of things to do. Now, did you notice that when you actually run after doing everything tends to become a mess? Yeah? Come on, some agreement, and I want to know if you're here. Hello, wake up. It's a lot to think about, don't worry about it. Seriously. So, you see it's a mess? My mom always told me, the rush is from Satan. It sounds much better in Hebrew, sorry.
Say.
החיפזון והשטן. And we have another coffee going. Sounds good. Now, did any of you ever try to slow down? Once. Did you ever try to let go of the need to finish the deadlines? Let go of the need of talking to that clerk in the bank? Let go of the need that the kids will be happy. Okay, so they will have to wait 5 minutes. Let go of the need to give the project in school. Let go of all these needs. Did you ever try to just slow down? What happened?
Great. Okay.
You don't submit the project.
No, I did only 2 of the 10.
Complex.
Yes.
Those of you who tried probably noticed that suddenly, somehow, something happens. Suddenly everything goes smooth. We might miss one of the things that we wanted, but our day is much more peaceful. We tend to do more, much better. We tend to have more time to think about things and make them much better. Okay? Our mind lets go of the need to control. The body immediately listens to the mind. And the both become whole, the soul. We become one. We become at peace. So next time when you want something, and you don't even believe you're going to get there, look on the other side. Look on the opposite of who you are right now. It's always the opposite of what you want, because that's who you are right now. And make peace with it. Learn to love who you are right now. Not when you're going to get there. Not if you're going to get there. But right now. It was even shorter than I thought. I would like to leave you tonight with one last thing. What is it you really want? What is it? And what will you do if you're not going to make it? It's okay. You can breathe. The change happens by itself. And change is good. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Okay. It took me 14 years of a lot of questions, so if some of you do have questions, I would love to answer. I will give 10 minutes for whatever you need, 5-10 minutes. And if anyone is in a hurry and needs to go, thank you very much for being here. One thing though, if any of you didn't understand a word I said, I can understand. Seriously, ask Batel, she's my wife. She is all the time, and she's... If you need to remind yourself, reset your mind. Remind yourself what I said here. It's all said in this speaker. Seriously, you have nothing to know about what I said right now, except just to listen to your own intuition. That is the most important thing. Not me, your intuition. I have a few stickers here. It's on the tables, and there are more. If you like, take some, put it wherever you like. I can't wait to see a car with this on it. Seriously, right? Yeah. That's one thing.
To your deal on the garage.
Now, if any of you do have the need to understand what I said, to reread it, to listen to it again, first of all, I will do this lecture again, this talk. But if you would like to read it on your own time, I open a page on Facebook. Anyone has a Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, many of don't.
Yeah.
So this is a flyer here. Open a group. It's called, as you probably guess, It's Okay, You Can Breathe. It's not that, I'm not very original, but I am, and I will publish more articles. Some of them already in English, some of them in Hebrew, and I will translate it. Don't worry. So I'll just press like, and you keep on getting the posts I will send. And so if you like to read, I would love to see you there. And that's it. Thank you very much.